So my name is Colleen Walters. I'm the CEO of Your Inspiration at Home, and I'm joined today in the fabulous, gorgeous YIAH Valley, the home of some amazing wineries and produce farms, and with our 7 directors and 3 directors in qualification.
So my name is Colleen Walters. I'm the CEO of Your Inspiration at Home, and I'm joined today in the fabulous, gorgeous,
Technical difficulty.
amazing wineries and produce farms, and with our 7 directors.
Okay, we're still good. All right. We were just watching our own video. So sorry about the technicality. Now we're going to get started and share with you some incredible dessert items. And this particular video is specifically for those in the U.S. with your products that you have available in the U.S. today. So let's get started. And I'm going to go through some packs a little bit later and some special joining competitions and offers we have as well. So the first one we're going to go over to is Gina. Come on over here, guys, while we see what Gina's up to.
Hello, hello.
And Gina, please, introduce yourself. I know we forget that part.
We do. So I'm Gina Moore. I'm based in Queensland, so Gympie, Queensland, in Australia. So hi.
You're a platinum director.
I am a platinum director. Let's forget that. So platinum director. I'm really excited because I'm doing a sticky date pudding today. So I know this is a really big favourite, not just
for Australia. Australia is a really big favorite, but it's not, most people in the U.S. haven't really heard of sticky date pudding. So I think it's very British, very Australian, and it's one of my favorites since I moved to Australia. And I can't wait to see what you're going to use in this one.
Okay, so it's a really, really easy recipe. I'm all about easy, and I'm not a huge dessert cook, so I want easy. So in here, it's just a cup of self-raising flour, so a cup and a half of that, bit of butter, bit of brown sugar, and our beautiful pumpkin pie spice. This one's just delicious. You can also use apple pie spice, and for those in the US, once you get our lovely gingerbread spice, you'll be also able to use that in here as well. So any flavours you want to use, but today we're using the pumpkin pie spice. So with our dates over here, we have some bicarb soda, and all we do here is
that's baking soda for the US.
Yes, baking soda. Oh gosh, I've got to get used to all these different terms. This is the fun part. I want you to watch this bit because it looks really cool, because when you put this over the top, it's going to really fizz up everywhere, and the idea behind that is that it's going to soften. I don't want it to fizz too fast because it usually fizzes quite a bit. Oh, look, it's going to make a liar out of me now. It's not going to fizz at all. It is. It's starting. All right, beautiful. We're going to actually soften the dates. And the reason behind this is I want them to go into the recipe, of course, but they need to be soft and mushy. So I don't particularly like with this recipe when you get big chunks of uncooked dates. So I like to really soften them down. That only takes a minute or two. Then we're going to add them into this mixture here. And it's just a matter of blending everything. So I'm not going to give you the boring bits of watching me. You're going to come back later on and watch me do the rest of this, especially when it comes out of the oven.
Now this is just, again, this is your butter, your
flour, brown sugar, and the spice.
And the pumpkin pie spice, whichever one you're going to use.
That's right, yeah. And 2 eggs have gone into that as well.
And the whole egg.
The whole egg.
Just lightly
beaten it a little bit. And that's going to be blended all up together nicely. Go into our baking dish, and then afterwards we're making a beautiful hot caramel sauce. And so, isn't that good? And over the top of the cake, it's lovely. That's why it's called the sticky date pudding, with that lovely caramel sauce. So you have to try that afterwards. It's going to be really nice.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. Next we have Annette Preston. Annette, quick introduction, because again, this is a new group of people watching.
Hi, I'm Annette. I'm from just down the road in Victoria. I'm making a baklava today. Really, really easy baklava. Just using some filo pastry. I find it's easier out of the fridge rather than the freezer.
Just for the accent, making sure that everybody in the US knows.
I'm using some of the rose white sugar and melted butter. And then at the end I put a sugar syrup on. So all I do is I layer about 2 to 3 sheets at a time on top of each other.
Egg wash?
Not butter.
Oh, butter.
Butter.
All right.
Butter on. Spread it over. starting to dry out a little because I didn't have a wet cloth on it.
Yes, that's a great hint, isn't it, for those people working
Putting
with phyllo
a
for the
damp
first
tea
time?
towel
Yeah.
on the top to keep it from drying out. If I wanted to roll this, it would just split.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just going to sprinkle some of the dukkha on the top, be as generous as you like or as your jar will allow.
Now you could use this with,
You could
any of
use
the dukkha.
any of the sweet dukkas.
Yeah.
In fact, it's fabulous with all of the sweet dukkas, especially some of the ones with the fruit because you get those beautiful fruity bites.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just finish this on the top. I'd finish it with about 3 or 4 layers. I'm running out of dukkha, which is why I'm going to finish it here. And on my last one, I put my 3 or 4 layers of my phyllo on the top. Then what I've got to do, and this is a really fun bit, and I did wash my hands first, is cut this into your squares.
Mm-hmm.
If you were really creative, you'd do diamonds, but I have enough trouble cutting squares straight. So, and I find a little sharp knife is easier than a big one with this.
Yeah, that's a good sharp little knife. Is that, yeah.
And make sure you just use it's not your favourite pan that you don't want to scratch, of course, because don't do it in silicone because you might find it dribbling in the bottom.
And you could do it in glass too.
Oh, absolutely. Probably glass is a better idea. And I'll finish doing that in a minute because it's too boring to watch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and go the other way. And when I finish doing that, I'll get what's left of my butter. And I'm just going to pour it over the top so it's going to go down in all of the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to put it into the oven. It's going to cook for about 40 minutes. And then when it comes out, I've made a sugar syrup earlier with a little bit of our London fog tea. I've just used a tea ball to drop that into my sugar syrup, and we'll pour that over the top while it's still piping hot, and that's just going to make it all delicious and syrupy.
Wonderful. Yes, it's really important. I think the key to this is making sure that you have cut it so that the syrup and the butter is seeping in between
getting
all
into
of the
all
layers.
of the gaps. So making sure you've got enough butter left over at the end to pour it through. It's not a good one for a dieter.
That's all right. We're on the YIAH diet. All right. Who's next? Over to Narelle. All right. Now, just a quick little introduction. And
Okay. Hi, I'm Narelle Campbell from New South Wales. Lovely to be here at Directors Retreat. It's so exciting and great to be on the mega demo to show you all these wonderful desserts. I'm the queen of quick and easy, so I won't take up much of your time at all. I'm going to cook an Indian burfi. Now, I'd like to thank one of my lovely consultants in Sydney, Rachel Lucy, for providing me with this recipe.
can you spell it for everyone so they actually hear? If I know with the accent, it might sound like something else. So.
Okay, burfi is B-U-R-F-I. Okay, so it's not a bath. So it's really quick and simple. And what I love about this is that you can actually do a lot of different combos, so it's only limited by your imagination. Today I'm going to do the rose white pistachio, which is the dukkha, but you can actually just put a chocolate powder in here and then sprinkle a dukkha over the top. So some of the combinations I've done the lemon myrtle white chocolate with the lemon myrtle cranberry dukkha on top. I've done milk chocolate with the black forest cherry dukkha on top. But today we're going to use the rose white pistachio. So all it is a cup of powdered milk into the bowl there.
And the whole cream milk, so
Yes,
not
whole cream
the
milk.
skim milk, ladies in the U.S. It's the whole cream milk.
And make sure you use a big bowl because it's going in the microwave and it does fluff up a lot. Okay, then we've got half a cup of desiccated coconut. Some thickened cream, half a cup of thickened cream.
And again, that's whipped cream for whipping cream for the U.S. consultants.
And just some condensed milk. Is that the same?
Same.
Same. So all we do is half a tin of condensed milk And it's really hard, so just bear with me.
And so I'll just give them the half of the 390 gram, about 400 ml tin, something like that, whatever it
Now
is.
this is where it gets really complicated, okay? You've got to stir it. Okay, so all you do is you just mix all that together, and then we pop that in the microwave for 5 minutes. Now, we didn't want the noise of the microwave, so once it cooks, you place it in a baking tray, and then it comes out beautiful. One of them earlier.
Oh, that looks fantastic. So what you've done is you put another layer of...
I've just sprinkled the dukkha on top then. Okay, so as I said, you can use all different combinations, and it's only limited. And it tastes amazing. Would you like to have a try?
Oh, of course I would. Now, did you put this in the fridge? Or is it
If
just set?
It's just set. And once you cook it, it'll come out and it'll be nice and firm, and you just press it like a biscuit base into that. So it's really creamy. You can put it in the fridge for a quick set, but it's best served like at room temperature, just like that.
That would be great. I can just see it with a whole bunch of our range that you could use.
Oh, as I said, I've used different combinations. It's absolutely amazing. And because you're using the different combinations, you get a different taste every time, but still that rich creaminess of the milk.
Oh, okay. The coconut in there is just fantastic. Thank you very much. Of course, you're supposed to keep talking while I keep eating.
Okay. So now, who's next? Who's next on our dessert list? Are we
Jody.
back to Jody? Oh no, over to Jody.
Over to Jody. Wonderful. Jody, just a quick introduction.
Hi everyone. My name's Jody Moore. I'm from Melbourne, Victoria. I'm a director in qualification, so just new to the group. Today I'm just making something quick and easy. As it's Tuesday in Australia, it'll be Tuesday tomorrow in the US. It's actually Shrove Tuesday. So I thought I'd do pancakes. So I've just warmed up. So in the batter, I've just got about 1/4 cup of caster sugar, about a tablespoon of the vanilla, YIAH vanilla sugar, 1/3 cup of milk, an egg, and some flour, just to sort of thicken it up to that kind of fairly runny but not too runny consistency. So I don't quite know how much flour I use. It's just a bit of a pour and mix.
Will we do the recipe tomorrow for breakfast? And then you can measure.
So that's about the consistency that you're looking for. So I'm just going to make a couple of, I like my pancakes small. Don't know if that's how.
In the US, they tend to be big, fluffy buttermilk pancakes. But what I found in Australia is we do pikelets, little thinner pancakes called pikelets, and they're really used for dessert a lot of times as well. So not quite a crepe consistency, but not what the US would consider the big fluffy pancake. Okay. You might call those silver dollar pancakes. We call them smaller pancakes. Yeah.
Okay. So while those are cooking, I'm just going to put some of our balsamic vinegar onto some strawberries and some blueberries over here, and that's what I'm going to serve on top, which you'll see at the end. So I'm just going to put them on there so they can marinate a little bit. So this is just a blood orange guava mango vinegar.
And that one is in the dessert pack, ladies and gentlemen. So in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you all about your dessert packs, but we have some limited release OMG or blood orange mango guava available for our US consultants today.
All right. So while these are cooking,
over to the next person.
Over to the next person.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Jody. And over here we've got Melissa. Melissa, introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm Melissa Roberts from Perth, Western Australia, and today I have made for you some yummy banana ice cream. So I've already pre-prepared mine and made it for you, and as you can see, somebody's already stuck the spoon in and started eating it, so I've tried covering that up with some blueberries here. However,
that wasn't me, Melissa.
Of course not, no, never. So what we've actually done with this today, all I have done is taken some bananas and frozen them overnight, and then this morning I popped them into the blender and put just a little bit of milk in that and just blended it all together. Now, the spice that I would normally use in this is the gingerbread spice, and I would like to thank Stephanie for introducing me to the gingerbread spice in that way. But today for you guys, I've used the pumpkin pie spice. So it's really, really simple, really, really easy to do, and that's all that we've had to do with that. And as you can see, I've just put it in the freezer again after I've blended it all together. And it's created this really, really yummy ice cream that they've already started to eat.
Fantastic. All right, I'm looking forward to that because it's starting to warm up here in the YIAH Valley, and that will be a great treat to cool off as well. Okay, now where are we going next? Oh, actually, why don't we take this time to talk about our noisy oven in the background. We've got some great desserts packs for you in the U.S., and these are specific to our U.S. consultants. Now we have rose white chocolate duku that you saw a couple of our directors use today already, the rose sugar, and the rose white chalk powder. So those three in combination is regular $47.85, and today it is $39.95. And we'll send you the cutoff times for that. You do have at least, what time is it? It is noon on Tuesday, so in Australia. So tomorrow, you've got about 18 hours of this special. Then our second mega pack is the chocolate raspberry truffle, the powder, the black forest dukkha, and also, here it is, the blood orange guava mango, so also known as OMG. Now we've got enough packs of that and I will be coming back to the U.S. on Saturday, so if I need to bring any extra, don't worry, it will not sell out in the cart. So it's regular $54.85. And it's $44.95 only for those next 18 hours. Now, I will also let you know on the side note, the vinegars have arrived in the U.S. and they are at this moment being trucked across to Dallas, Texas, where they'll be put into the manufacturing run soon. So as soon as we know when the regular bottles are ready, we will let you know. Okay, so but if I was a consultant, I'd probably buy a dessert pack so that I have it ready in my kit. I would have played with it, I would have experimented with it, and I would be ready for the day that the OMG is released into the shopping cart. Okay, the next one that we have is the apple pie spice, the cinnamon twist, and the chai sugar, and that one is regularly $38.85, and it's $32.95 for the next 18 hours. Now, hostesses can also buy those packs with one of their half-price allotments as well. So very exciting for hostesses to be able to get a discount plus half price. Now, I know everyone wants to go, but how do I win the free stuff? Where do I do that? So you need to go to our Facebook page. That's Your Inspiration at Home -- Home Office. Make sure you like that page. And in the comment section, so one of the comments of the Mega Dessert Party for USA, I'll make sure that our home office staff who are listening, make sure they put a comment, a status update in there for you to be able to go and comment to. And what we'd like you to do, if you're going to see some fabulous recipes here, wait until we're finished so you can say which is your favorite, but you're actually going to be able to win, get this, win some of the brand new released products that I'm taking back with me months or so in advance of being able to sell that product in the U.S. So if you want to have gingerbread, burgundy chalk, buckeye chalk, or chalk mint, this would be a great time for you to participate in this draw. So all we need you to do is go to Your Inspiration at Home Home Office Facebook page, hashtag Fave YIAH recipe, that's FAVEYIAH recipe, with your favorite recipe from today, and we'll enter you into the draw to win one of 10 new release products. And I know that some people are going, you know what, these guys made it look really easy, and I think I could do this business as well, and I'm sure some people have invited you to be here today, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching it at a party. or just in the comfort of your own home because somebody directed you to us. If you go to the Facebook page, Your Inspiration at Home Office, and you want to sign up to join us, all you have to do is hashtag joining YIAH, and we'll be doing a draw for another 5, this one's 5 of the free products as well for the new release. So hope that's all clear for you. I'm sure there'll be some chats going on in the live stream that will update all of that for you. Okay, so over to Jody Moore, who's going to show us her pancakes there that she's working on.
Okay, so my pancakes are all nicely cooked. So I'm just going to put some of the fruit over the top, just making a nice sort of pile. This is something really, really easy you can do when you have people come over.
Pancakes, perfect.
Any sort of berry. I'll just put some black sauce. I'll keep on that sauce for a minute. And just to finish it off, let's pop some on the opening. Just some nice, good quality vanilla ice cream. It's a bit tough. Just put a scoop on the top. And then just finish it off just with a little bit of the vinegar over the top. So that was so quick and easy. It's quite nice.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I love the fresh fruit on the pancakes. Okay, over to Maria. Maria, a quick introduction and tell us what you've got cooking there.
Yeah, so my name's Maria and I'm a director in qualification and I'm from Queensland. So I'm making a mug cake. So it's basically a 5-minute cake done in a cup or a mug and popped in the microwave. So it's 2 minutes making, 3 minutes in the microwave, and it's done. And so all we do, we just pop in the dry ingredients, so flour, sugar, and your choice of your chocolate powder. So we're just using milk chocolate. But as I said, you can use any of your chocolate powders. You can also add choc chips or a dukkha if you like as well. So you pop that in, and then you pop your oil and your milk. Give it a stir. Now don't be alarmed that it's quite stuck around the side because that's what it's going to be like. So I love this for the fact that it's quick and easy. I've got 2 little kids at home. One's eating, one's still not. But it's something that he loves to eat, just quick and easy. And it's really good because you can eat it all by yourself, or you can also cut it in half when it's finished and serve it for 2. Then you just pop your egg in right at the end. So the egg just gives it a little bit of extra texture. Now it does take a little bit of stirring. So
Now, so easy. This is a great one for young kids or teenagers to be able to make on their own as well when they come home and go, Mom, I want something to eat for a snack.
And it's really good for your unexpected guests as well, like quick and easy. So it's just a matter of mixing the egg through. Now, when you do pop it in the microwave, don't be alarmed that it goes over the cup or the mug. So it's best to use the biggest mug that you do have because it does go over the side. So that's pretty much it. And then you just pop it in the microwave for 3 minutes. So I did pre-make one, and then you can just decorate it with, a dukkha, ice cream, anything like that. So it's just poured over the side there, but you do get a lot that goes over the side. So as you can always run your knife around the cup and tip it out, cut it in half, and then serve it for 2 people with ice cream or your dukkha.
Love it, love it. Those mug cakes are amazing, and I will admit, I did have a little sample of it, and it was divine. So wonderful. Thank you very much. We'll let you pop that in a little bit later. Okay, who's next? Trish Winter. All right, Trish, what have you got there? That looks really intriguing.
It is. It's called a granita. So what it is, it's a fruit and sugar base. So I've used 2 punnets of strawberries and some rose sugar. So 2 punnets of strawberries, 4 teaspoons of rose sugar, and I've pretty much just blended the strawberries together so that you get a thick consistency that's like that. You can use any fruit that you want. You can use watermelon, raspberries, blueberries, and even a combination, but we've just used strawberries today. So you get it to its consistently like that, and then you put it into the freezer, and then every hour or 2 hours you get a fork and just pull it apart so that it fluffs up. So it's almost like an adult slushie. So after a couple of hours, this is how it comes out. So it's all nice and fluffy. I'm just going to get rid of this fork, and we're going to dress it up a little bit. So we're going to pop it into the glass. You can also put this into champagne, into soda water, into Sprite as well. And you can use any of our sugars.
Oh, I bet you the mojito would go great in there with some watermelon. Mojito sugar and watermelon. Yeah, rim the top of the glass with the mojito sugar. With a little bit of lime.
That would be really
mint.
nice.
Yeah.
So
Again, it's completely up to you and your imagination.
So we're going to be a little bit cheeky. We're going to take something that's relatively healthy and put a big blob of cream on the top.
Could you use yogurt?
You could use yogurt. And then we're going to put some fruit on top as well, just to add a little bit more colour. And you can put any of your balsamics when you get them and drizzle that over as well. And there you go.
Awesome. Healthy until you put the cream on. Beautiful. Thanks very much, Trish, and I look forward to sampling that a little bit later. All right, over to Kelly. Kelly, introduce yourself and what you're making.
Hi, I'm Kelly Saunderson, your consultant, of course, but Executive Platinum Director, so based on the Sunshine Coast, which is up near Noosa in Queensland. So I'm doing a jelly slice. So I've just got some what we call Arnott's Marie biscuits, but they're just a plain biscuit for you guys.
Cookie.
Oh, sorry. So just nice plain ones that we've crumbed here. Some butter.
So they could use graham cracker crumbs or the teddy bear crumbs, all of those that are available.
Yeah,
all right.
anything that you would give your young kids to chew on and teeth on, because, you know, that's my life.
Yeah.
Well, was, but not anymore. This isn't mixing very well. So that's just the biscuit crumb that goes into the bottom of the pan.
So you're going to mix that?
Yeah.
All right. So do you want us to come back? When you mix it?
Yeah, let's do that. So you don't see my disaster chef skills at
All right. And we'll come back to when you get the filling ready.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
All right. Over to Allie.
Hello everyone, Ali Brown. I'm Platinum Director in Hunter Valley, New South Wales. This is the only double up you're getting in this US one, because it was so popular on the Australian one last night. And what I'm going to show you is a simple mixture for Ice Magic. Now, Colleen, what was it called in the US? Is it the same?
Crackle.
Crackle.
I think they call it crackle. So it's where you pour it over top and it crackles.
Yep. So all you do is start with your coconut oil. You use coconut for the desserts because it has that little bit of sweetness, that coconut flavour is going to work well. In the supermarkets, normally just comes in the bottle this size. So all you need to do, I'll just show you the coconut oil because it's stored at room temperature and it does tend to set solid. So I've got two that I've made up earlier. All I've done is you can see this one, it's actually started to set again in the bowl. So all I would do with this is just microwave it for 10 or 15 seconds till it gets back to that runny consistency. And that's how it's going to look. So when you're mixing this...
So you're just mixing the warmed up, slightly warmed coconut oil just to make sure it's runny. And how many tablespoons of chopped butter?
Equal parts.
Okay.
So with this, I've just used a dessert spoon of coconut oil, a dessert spoon, a heaped dessert spoon of the chocolate. So you just want to have that little tiny syrupy texture to it, not quite so runny. And then it's really easy. All you do is you grab your ice cream. So just a quick scoop into the bowl. Drizzle your Ice Magic or crackle over the top. While that's starting to set, what you can then do is either throw on the top some dukkha or a lovely sprinkle of rose sugar, any of the different sugar ranges. So you've got that lovely crystallising on the top, and we'll give that, you can see the colours starting to change in that already, that it's setting.
Yep, it's gone from shiny to that little dull.
Yeah, you can see there it's still shiny because it's not sitting on anything frozen to freeze up, whereas this is quite solid. And once it's fully set, you're just going to get a lovely little, you can hear that tap.
Wonderful.
That it's set solid.
You know what I love about this is the store-bought versions of that tend to be full of numbers, chemicals, in order for it to do that. The fact that you just used one of the touted as one of the most healthy oils for people at the moment, and again, our natural chocolate powder. It's a great way to get your kids or family off the chemical concoctions in the store. So.
It's the superfood version of
crackle and ice cream. I love it. I love it. Excellent. So I can see that one will be done at demos after demos after demos in the future. Thank you very much.
And you can also sprinkle the dukkha on top as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sugar. Use one of your dukkas on top as well, and it'll set.
And it will work with the white chocolate, the orange chocolate, the mint chocolate when it comes to the U.S., all of that. It's fantastic. I love it. All right, back to Kelly. She's got her base organized, and what is going on in the rest of it?
Okay, so, well, we realised that the pan was a little bit too small for the base, so you'll need a bigger one than what we've got. So, same with the filling. We'll be able to make two out of what we've got here in this size pan. So, a tin of condensed milk's gone in. I'm going to add some chocolate powder. So I've chosen a raspberry jelly to go on top of this. So the choc raspberry truffle would be beautiful. So chocolate powder. Then I've got the juice of 2 lemons in there. And then I've just got, oh no, seriously?
It's set, but normally you have gelatin lace, right?
Yes. So it's powdered gelatin, so 2 teaspoons of the gelatin powder with 1/4 cup of hot water. So it's set. So that normally goes in, and then we pop that on top. Then we let it set in the fridge for 2 hours, and then we've just used, in Australia it's our aeroplane jelly, but whatever you've got there.
Jello.
Yeah. But whatever your favourite is, prepare to your instructions on your packet, and then straight over the top. So I've paired up the raspberry with the choc raspberry truffle.
Now, do you let this set a little bit before you put that on top?
The recipe does say 20 minutes, I think. Or no, actually it doesn't. So that would be fine. It's that 2 hours with the filling in the fridge.
All right. Well, we'll come back to you when you get it all mixed up and ready to pour that jelly on top. Okay. Over to Naomi. What have you got, Naomi? Here, these are really cute.
Hi, I'm Naomi Ingram from Perth, Western Australia. I'm an Executive Platinum Director with Your Inspiration at Home, and I'm doing mini cheesecakes. So rather than the big one, I figured there's a lot of us, so rather than us fight over a big cheesecake, we'll all have little ones because we've got lots of dessert going on here. So what I've got is some stuff I prepared earlier. To not be so noisy on camera. So this is basically a cookie, a fairly plain sort of cookie with butter. So a packet of cookies with about, I think it's 2 ounces, not a great deal, enough butter to just get it wet, but not too wet. Here's some I prepared earlier, but pretty much what we're going to do is just put some in. My, measurements are really accurate all the time. You want to cover the bottom, press it down, just to sort of firm it up just a little bit. This one I think I probably needed a bit more butter, but these ones you'll see are a little bit firmer. All right, so then I'm making the cheesecake filling. So in the cheesecake filling, what I've got in the bowl already is a tin of the condensed milk, which is the same, and a block of Philadelphia cream cheese. I did accidentally buy the light one.
That's all right.
Because obviously it works just the same with light or not with the light. So just get your Philly cream cheese or your cream cheese to a softer consistency, so out of the fridge, not quite room temperature. Beat that with your stick mixer or a stick blender. Not sure what handheld beater.
Mixer.
Mixer.
Yeah.
So you're doing that first to soften it, then adding your condensed milk. In another one, again, here's something I prepared earlier, I've got about half a cup of water with about just under a tablespoon of the gelatin. So again, you could use your gelatin leaves. I've just dissolved that and cooled it slightly. Just pouring that in now. Just want to mix it through. I'd normally do this with a handheld beater as well, but it's really, really noisy. And then you're wanting to that mixture add some cream. So it's about, I think I worked it out, sorry, it's a big giant pot, about 2/3 of a pint, or, a 300ml cream for those in Australia. So I've just given that a bit of a whip. Sorry, it's a really big pot. And as you'll see here at Director's Retreat, we kind of just make do with what we've got. So normally I wouldn't whip my cream in a saucepan or in a pot for the stove, but we work with what we've got. We're all very adaptable, which is what we need to be in this business. You just run with it. It's fun. To that as well, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of the lemon myrtle white chocolate powder, because it's one of my favourites all the time. I think it, like your traditional lemon cheesecake without going to all the effort. I don't have my tablespoon measure, so, maybe just a little bit extra. Good luck. Well, I'm not quite a tablespoon, so I always figure, more is more. But you can get away with less is more as well. So we're just going to mix that up. There you go, it's my exercise before I eat all of these beautiful sweets that everyone's made, which is fantastic. So pretty much we're mixing, and then we're going to put it into the little cases. Now again, generally this is something I would do in a really large one, like just a springform pan, but this way it makes it bite-sized. And I'm sure that's so much better. 3 bites is really just 3 of them. And that's fine as well.
Great for kids that size.
It is good for kids, or for those who are being a little bit health conscious.
You get the taste without all the calories.
Well, that's it. And for those who are going to go into that competition for the blood orange guava mango, or the OMG, a really simple way you can do this at your demos is actually, I know here you can buy little cheesecake cases. If you can't, the base is really simple to make. Just messed a little bit there. But you can just do your Philly cream cheese and add maybe a tablespoon of your blood orange guava mango. Mix it really well and you're going to get that flavour. Pop it in your case, and then you can even sprinkle a dukkha or a chocolate powder over the top. And you're going to get that beautiful flavour without all the work, and it's something nice and simple for your demos and showing your customers just really how easy it can be. So I'll stop with those for now, and I'll just grab another spoon. So I like to just finish it off a little bit with a little bit of the lemon myrtle cranberry dukkha on the top, just because I think it looks pretty. It tastes really good, and it's going to help you sell 2 of your products. I'm not the cleanest cook, so that's okay.
Oh, but the taste is great.
And that's the main thing. It's all about the flavour, not about how, messy I am with my cooking. Yeah. So that's kind of how you would do it.
Now, do you just let this set, or?
So I would pop it in the fridge just to let it set for a little while, so that your cream cheese actually set. So this size, hopefully about half an hour, but for a bigger one, you might need to leave it for an hour or 2, which is why the little ones are great for your demos.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And Kelly's ready for the final stage.
Yes.
So you've mixed the...
Yep, so I mixed all of the ingredients that we had there before. So the condensed milk, the gelatin, which Narelle Camborne fixed for me, and the lemon juice, and chocolate powder went in. So one of the big things for me, I joined the company as a disaster chef and proclaim it quite happily. So these things are not unusual for me, and I love directors' retreats and the experiences that we have along for the cooking skills that I get to learn along the way. So they've had lots of laughs in the background at my expense. And I apologize.
With you.
Oh, yes. And I apologise to my team who I know are having demos in a sweets shop in the US. So hi, Julie and host. I do kind of know what I'm doing in the kitchen, but I'm happy for you guys to share recipes later. So once that's all done, like I said, we set in the fridge for 2 hours. And then we pop the jelly on top, and then it just sets again for another couple, or overnight is fantastic as well. So really great.
That's going to photograph really well, so watch for the photos. We'll post those up later. Okay. All right, now over to Gina. Gina, you're getting that. This is your sticky
This
egg
is
pudding?
the sticky egg pudding.
Wow,
It's just
look
come
at
out.
that.
Doesn't that just look delicious? Just amazing. So it does come out just like a cake. So it's pretty much the same sort of texture as a cake. You can see it's nice and firm on top.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
So the idea now is we don't want it to be as hard as a cake. You want it to have that beautiful stickiness. So I hope I haven't gassed everybody out here. Here we go, good. Okay, so if you come over this side and you'll see what I'm actually doing in here is our caramel sauce. So with the caramel sauce, it's a very easy one. It's not exactly like great for the waistline, but you only have a little bit of it, so it's okay. A little bit goes a long way. Butter, brown sugar, a little bit of vanilla essence in there. I don't know if they use that in there in the States. They have vanilla. And the secret is the thickened cream. So you add your cream to this, roughly about a cup or so of cream. And the idea is just to reduce that all down, and it just turns into the most luscious sauce. If I had a spoon, that would be really helpful. 2 seconds, I'll just grab a spoon. Okay, so with this is just going to melt down nicely. You can see it doesn't take long to really melt and reduce down. And I just want you to watch, and especially for those in the States who are watching who have not had one of these delicacies before, and I'm going to call it a delicacy because it really is the most luscious thing on a winter's day. Now, is there still snow?
Yes.
There is snow everywhere?
Yeah.
You guys need to try this over there. You're in snow. This is what we eat in winter here. And, you know, our winters don't compare to your winters whatsoever. So we don't have snow everywhere. Well, in Queensland we don't, where I'm from. But this is something you want to eat when it's winter, when it's a cold, horrible, yucky, miserable day, and you want to have some beautiful comfort food. This is the home-cooked comfort food. So we're going to let this just melt down. It won't take long at all. You can see that really coming together. Once that butter's melted, it's as simple as pouring it over.
Now, I'm wondering, my curiosity has gotten the better of me, if honey caramelized or the new maple vinegars would go well in that sauce as well.
Let's do it. Let's put maple balsamic in there right now.
We don't have it yet, but certainly you could use honey caramelized. You could use OMG in there. You could do, but I'm just thinking, you know, sugar, brown sugar, maple. The cream's already in there, so
such a good measure.
It's not going to curdle at all, but
and that's darkened it just a little bit as well. And I wish I could have smell-o-vision. That is beautiful. Maple balsamic, caramelized balsamic, maple.
They could even use OMG. Honestly, it would be a really good. But the honey caramelized or caramelized is what I would use, just as you've done at the end, so it's not curdling the cream and it's already mixed up. And reduce that down. And I am looking forward to some, again, fantastic desserts.
After this, I'm going to pour a little bit over so you can see it. Just a little bit, because then I'll thicken down the rest. Just let it really seep into the cake.
Now, you could also, if you're serving this right away, slice it up as you're going to do it, plate it, and then drizzle this on individually, so it would be really covering each individual plate of
Absolutely. The key is this makes a lot of sauce. So a little bit over first, and then allow this afterwards for each slice. And it's perfect as you slice it up with a little ball of ice cream next to it. And, you know, it is a seriously comfort food. It's beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Anybody else? All right. Over to Annette for the baklava. So you cooked that, obviously.
It's all
Yeah.
cooked. We had a little minor technical issue with the oven being a bit hot to start with, but it's just come out.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to do now, I've taken my tea out of my sauce, and all I'm going to do now is just pour that right over the top. Probably can't hear it all sizzling as it sucks up all the syrup.
Now, again, you could do this one. You've used the tea as infusion, but you could use any of the vinegars
anything
as
at
well.
all, or just a sugar. Just put like your favourite sugar in there to do that with, and then you should wait till it cools. But you can see when it comes out, you've just got
look
this
at all of that.
very hot, absolute delicious layers and layers and layers of phyllo and dukkha and stickiness.
Well, I've always purchased baklava. It's one of my favorite with a Turkish coffee. And now I can go ahead and make my own. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, is that it? We've finished. How are we doing for time?
45 minutes. We're done, so we've got about 15 to go.
All right. Excellent. So I'm just actually going to read through again the specials. So you have all of those specials. You know what you can order for your mega demo packs, and remind you of how, now that you've seen all the recipes, how you can enter to win some of the new products that were just launched in Australia. So mega dessert pack number 1 is rose white chocolate dukkha, rose sugar, and rose white chocolate. Regularly $47.85, and you get that for $39.95. We also have the choc raspberry truffle, black forest dukkha, and OMG, I know that's the number 1 pack was going to sell today, regular $54.85, and it's $44.95. We also have the apple pie, the cinnamon twist, and the chai sugar, regularly $38.85, now only $32.95 for the next approximately 18 hours. Now, if you'd like to win some of these products that you may have seen on dessert demo last night out of Australia, you have an opportunity to win them before you can buy them, and by going to Your Inspiration at Home Home Office Facebook page and doing a little bit of a recipe survey, which your favorite recipe was. So you just hashtag fave YIAH recipe and then tell us which one it was, and you're in to enter to win one of 10 of those new products. Also, for those of you who are thinking, hey, this is a perfect time for me, why don't I get started in my own Your Inspiration at Home business, then all you need to do is go to the Your Inspiration at Home Home Office Facebook page and hashtag joining YIAH, and we will put you in one of the 5 draws for a new Your Inspiration at Home new release product here in Australia. Now, just before we go, because we have some extra time, want to just have the directors come back. I know you had a brief introduction, but have all the directors come back as a big thank you to everyone for investing a lot of time into these dessert demos. They do take a while for us to put them all together and them supply all of the recipes or all of their own favorite recipes. So I'd like them all to come back here and line up in here, guys. I'm going to hold on to this and this. We can multitask. And I just want to, hang on, maybe we can't. There we go. I want to give everyone a big round of applause from me and to thank you for investing so much into all of your consultants globally in sharing your great passion for the product and the opportunity, and for sharing the product and your camaraderie. So thank you, and I look forward to celebrating a little bit later at Shandong, the estate, and enjoying the rest of the day. So thank you, everyone, and in live stream, round of applause. So with that ends our demo, and I look forward to seeing all of the favorite recipes on the Facebook page.